The rib which Yahweh God had taken from the man made he a woman, and brought her to the man. And the man said, This is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man.
Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave to his woman, and the two of them shall be one flesh.
And the two of them were smoothly nude, the man and his woman, and were not ashamed. But the serpent was smoothly subtle, more than any lively beast of the field which Yahweh God had made. Bereshith, Genesis chapter 3, in the Lawful Literal version. And he said to the woman, Yea, hath God said,
Ye shall not eat of any tree of the garden?
And the woman said to the serpent, Of the fruit of the trees of the garden we may eat. But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said to the woman, Ye shall not dyingly die, for God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, ones knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was a delight to the eyes, and that the tree was to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and she gave also to her husband with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of them both were opened, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together, and made themselves loincloths. And they heard the voice of Yahweh God walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And the man and his woman hid themselves from the presence of Yahweh God among the trees of the garden. And Yahweh God called to the man, and said to him,
Where art thou?
And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked, and I hid myself. And he said,
Who told thee that thou wast naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree, whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldst not eat?
And the man said, The woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. And Yahweh God said to the woman,
What is this thou hast done?
And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. And Yahweh God said to the serpent,
Because thou hast done this, cursed art thou above all cattle, and above every lively beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. He shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. To the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy pain and thy conception. In pain thou shalt bring forth children, and to thy husband shall be thy lunge, but he shall rule over thee.
And to Adam he said,
Because thou hast hearkened to the voice of thy woman, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, Thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. In toil shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the green plant of the field. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return to the ground, for out of it wast thou taken, for dust thou art, and to dust shalt thou return.
and the man called his woman's name Hewa, because she was the mother of all living. And Yahweh God made for Adam and for his woman coats of skins, and clothed them. And Yahweh God said,
Behold, the man is become as one of us, to know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand, and take also from the tree of the life, and eat, and live forever.
Therefore Yahweh God sent him forth from the garden of Eden to work the ground from whence he was taken. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the garden of Eden the cherubim, and the flame of a sword which turned every way, to keep the way of the tree of the life. And the man had experienced Hewa his woman, and she conceived, and bare Cain. And she said, I have gotten a man with the help of Yahweh. And again she bare his brother Havel, and Havel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a worker of the ground.